Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you guys now game 3 in the series, Night Elf versus Night Elf. I don't even remember if it's a best of 3 or a best of 5. My apologies, I am just trying to crank through all of these replays for you, as I know a lot of you guys do look forward to WarCraft Wednesdays and Thursdays. Now, I'm just trying to get these replays done. I am going to be going on a fairly long trip. Not too bad, but a lot of driving. And it will not affect any of the WarCraft 3 casts. So for those of you guys who really enjoy WarCraft 3, who really watch a lot of WarCraft 3, I will be back next week, Wednesday and Thursday, giving you guys brand new series and hoping that you guys enjoy them. Alice has spawned as the blue Night Elf player here on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we can see Elegant has spawned as the red Night Elf on the top left. This is Ancient Isle 2.0, and what we've really been seeing is just a mirror match in every sense of the word. Demon Hunter, Archers into Bear Dryad. It's really come down to a lot of micro and who's been able to position their units faster and better. This is one of those situations where when everyone has a comparable size army and a comparable size hero, it really goes down to all the small details, all the small things that a player does in order to get better. Wisp is now also making its rounds out and across the map, as we are looking at a Demon Hunter about to be trained. And meanwhile, we can see that the Archer is going to be popping out here in just a moment and going after this Null Overseer creep camp. Meanwhile, it looks as though this is going to be going after the Ogre Warrior creep camp here instead. Ogre Magi and Ogre Warriors, you can see the Ancient of War back over here. Both players having the same idea, but in a different location, as that Ancient of War is just currently absorbing a lot of damage, finally now starting to attack back. Back over here, you can see that the Ancient of War is positioning himself in just a way where he is going to be able to start taking a lot of that damage. The Demon Hunter going after the Wisp, deciding against it. But this Ancient of War does need to eat a little bit of something, otherwise he is going to get taken down. You can see that Ancient of War right now already down to 100 some odd hit points. He is taking a lot of that damage, and it looks like he will be fine for now, getting back up to 182. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the Demon Hunter of blue team has already gotten and finished that off as well. This one Wisp, detonated just in time to not give experience. Well done, nicely played, as we are looking at where this Demon Hunter will be traveling to next. A little bit of an advantage for the red team, as he crept out a creep camp that's a little bit more towards the center, meaning that he still has this creep camp on his side of the map that he can use. Demon Hunter does get the kill there and the steal, and now the red Demon Hunter is now slightly higher in terms of experience, which gives him evasion and mana burn. All right, let's see what's going to be happening here. We should be seeing a mana burn come off in just a moment. No, going after the Archer first. That Demon Hunter going after the Archer. That Archer may end up getting path there. Beautifully done. And that Demon Hunter having a difficult time and then waiting for Shadow Meld. Perfect timing for Nightfall, as Alice is in a bit of trouble. All right, the Demon Hunter, the red one, getting off another mana burn once more. That Demon Hunter now down to 134 mana. Does have more mana than his opponent right now, just because he's been the one getting mana burn instead of the one doing the mana burn. That trade-off does fade off at level 2 mana burn, obviously, when you start mana burning more mana than you actually spend, and that is why level 3 is so important in this matchup. All right, you can see Huntresses have now joined in on the fight, and this is a little bit of a surprise to see Huntresses being added in. Huntresses are very strong, and they are range units, but they do not deal piercing damage. In fact, they do normal damage, which is very effective against the Archers. The Archers, however, are range damage and piercing, so that they do a lot of damage against their opponent as well. So what it's going to really come down to is positioning. If the glaive bounce does hit a lot of these Archers, the Archers can take a fair bit of damage there. You can see that the little bit of glaive bounce, and now the Demon Hunter now looking to come in here. A little bit of a mana burn exchange again, as we are now leading the way and another charge. Going straight after those units. The Huntress having a very, very bad day. There is a Scroll of Town portal. Is the Archer going to get taken down? Yes, it does. The Huntress also takes a lot of damage as well, but that's just because of the sheer number of archers compared to the Huntresses. Huntresses are much easier to focus down with archers, or rather, it is much easier to focus fire with archers than it is with Huntresses, because the Huntresses have a much shorter range. All right, we may see a bit of an engagement here. Naga Sea Witch has been picked up by the red team. And now are we going to see a Naga Sea Witch picked up by the blue team, as we are already looking at one Wisp trying to run away? Is it going to be able to make it? No, it just detonates anyways. Permadeath for that Wisp, as we are now looking at what is going on here. A Troll Trapper getting an ensnare off, and for some reason the Demon Hunter not finishing off this creep camp. A little bit confused about that, as the Demon Hunter now makes its way over. We can see that there's only 2 Huntresses, so I can't imagine there's really going to be that much damage. You can see a lot of that glaive bounce as that Wisp relocates itself on the inside. All right. There we go. There is a Tree of Life now being added, and it looks like blue wants to go for a late game. That is the reason why his army is so much smaller. You can see the Demon Hunter with Claws of Attack +6 and Gloves of Haste, something that I would actually like to see on the Naga Sea Witch, since she seems to be the one getting in more shots, also getting a boost of speed on her. Demon Hunter, Huntresses, Archers now looking to make their way in. There you go. There's another attack. There's another mana burn. All the units now backing off once more after that little bit of an exchange. And both sides just testing the waters, trying to figure out who can deal more damage in a better situation. It looks as though the Forest Troll Warlord, this a very difficult creep camp, we may have a bit of a creep jack here. There you go. Going after the Forest Troll Warlord Force. The Nightcrawlers do cast poison, so you're going to see that the Nightcrawlers are just going to start walking around trying to spread out that poison. Oh, Healthstone has been picked up as the Demon Hunter picks up a nice item, but going to end up losing an Archer and maybe even a Huntress for all of his work. However, he does get a little bit more experience as well. The Demon Hunter still sitting at level 2, getting closer to 3. Demon Hunter here is getting getting close to 3 as well, as both sides are looking to fight. So far, it does not look good for Alice. Alice is in a bit of trouble here. You can see that he's trying to go after some of those archers, and the army size, the archers, there's just simply too many. Oh, Staff of Preservation save, because it is a tier 2 item. Archer may get taken down here, or may get taken down by the creeps. Yes, it looks like, no, I'm not quite sure who it was taken down by, as the Demon Hunter still going after units. Oh, unable to finish off that Archer as it was picked up by the Zeppelin. Beautifully done. And now Elegant is in a beautiful, beautiful situation. He has higher tier. He has higher tech going into Tree of Eternity. Right now, Tree of Ages just now getting completed. But the early fights without the hero have already gone underway. Tree of Life needs to creep out this creep camp. And that will give a little bit more of a hero advantage. But right now, we already see the red Demon Hunter sitting at level 3. Naga Sea Witch may get to level 2 off of this, while we don't even have a second hero for blue yet. Blue still sitting at 1 hero behind and 1 level behind on those heroes. That could turn out to be very, very bad, as we're looking at that Demon Hunter now making its way here to the 2 or 3 o'clock expansion location. Huntresses, or 1 Huntress actually, now making its way over the Tree of Life, absorbing a lot of damage, and it is currently digesting a tree, regenerating some hit points. Meanwhile, back over here, center creep camp now getting creeped out as well. Druid of the Claw already has adept training, will in fact get those rejuvenations off, and I believe it's just a matter of time before the red team is going to mass up a very large army advantage with a superior tech. He has the Zeppelin. He's been saving his units. He has higher hero level. The only thing going for Alice is the economic game, if he is able to extend it. So far, though, you can see that that even the Naga Sea Witch getting in some some forked lightnings and trying to creep out. We can also see Wand of the Wind, a very strong ability against Huntresses in particular, since they are 3 food units and they will stay up in the air for quite a while. The archers will then be able to pretty much do whatever they want, and pretty much win the game if they're able to focus down the units one at a time. Oh, Naga Sea Witch, what is this? Going to go ahead and pick up the units. They are now flying away. That's the problem with Huntresses. They cannot attack the Zeppelin while the Zeppelin is in the air. And the Zeppelin can just hide in the trees here. No way to really gain sight whatsoever, as we now see a Potom. Okay, a Priestess of the Moon now being added, and with True Shot Aura, it actually gives a lot of additional damage to the Huntresses. This could turn out to be a very, very dangerous fight here, as the Dryads and the Huntresses all get extra damage. Add in a Searing Arrow from the Priestess of the Moon, and this is a very large upgrade. Add on top of that Strength of the Wild, and I believe the Dryads, is it just the Huntresses, or who gets that upgrade? Strength of the Wild. Is it just the Dryads? Yes, just the Dryads get that item. Here you go, the Zeppelin wandering off over here, off to the north. Is it gonna slip away? Yes, it will. The Demon Hunter is right there, and we see another spear hits that Goblin Zeppelin. If that Zeppelin is destroyed over trees, that is pretty much going to be GG, as the Zeppelin now is keeping track of the other Zeppelin. Here we go. There's some attacks now coming in, and what is going to be happening next? There's a Rejuvenation, Abolish Magic coming in as well. You can see that the Entangled Gold Mine is taking a lot of damage. We are going to be going into some repairing, and oh, what is going on there? Trying to fight this way through, trying to hide, trying to repair, as the Zeppelin is now trying to get away. Oh, the Zeppelin down to 67 hit points, down to 40 hit points, and it is taken down. Oh my goodness, everything in that Zeppelin was gone, lost over the forest because of one Zeppelin in the air, and that just gives a huge EXP boost to Alice. Alice right now, the one in dominating control. And not only does he have the economic advantage, he now has the hero advantage. The Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 2, the Demon Hunter sitting at level 4 versus a level 3 Demon Hunter. This Demon Hunter trying to run all the way back home, trying to regroup himself. You can see that he's down to 41 over 60 supply, and that's probably because he's retraining a fair number of units right now. Now at 45 over 60, training up 8 supply worth of units. Priestess of the Moon going to pick up perhaps some nice items, Scroll of Healing, and this is going to be a push like none other. Alice knows that he has the ball in his court. There are bears to deal with, but there is also a lot of Huntresses on the field. The fact, oh, another Mana Burn comes in. Mana Burn comes in once again. Do we have a Wand of the Wind? Ring of Regeneration on that Demon Hunter makes him even more deadly, as he is able to regenerate a lot of hit points rather quickly. All right, here we go into the engagement. Staff of Preservation, I don't believe is anywhere on the map. Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, the red one trying to get away. He is very low on hit points. Meanwhile, the blue Demon Hunter still good on hit points there, and both sides still fighting it out. The Huntresses getting in front of that Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter unable to run back inside. Demon Hunter trying to stay alive. Did use a potion of healing, but it gets taken down, and with only bears on the field, that means no experience will be earned. The Naga Sea Witch will be popping out here in just a moment, but every bear that, or every unit that falls, is experience that is lost. Zeppelin now back in play. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 3. Bear now trying to get back over here as well. This is just not looking good. Dryads getting picked up and dropped back down. And wow, I was not expecting this type of turnaround. There is the game. Alice recovering greatly after the Zeppelin kill over the forest. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.